Barca and La Liga's backstab on Gavi. Few people know that Barcelona had to race against time to sign up for Gavi, otherwise, could lose him in the summer of 2023. January 31st is the last day of the 2023 Eastern market, and in Barcelona, the local Catalan media are busy reporting on two potential deals that the club can own, that is midfielder Sofyan Amrabat from Fiorentina and right-back Julian Araujo from LA Galaxy. However, neither of those names will become the subject of interest. That honor was reserved for another player, one who was less expected to feature on the front pages of newspapers. Almost everyone was surprised when the news broke, even at Barca. Around 11 a.m., local newspaper La Vanguardia reported that the Barcelona court had recorded a legal ruling, forcing La Liga to turn the car to register Gavi as a Barca first-team player. 6 days earlier, La Liga had rejected the Camp Nou team's application to do so. The reason is because they think Barca has violated the rules on salary limits. Gavi, 18, has played 76 games for Barca and signed a new contract in September, but is still only registered as an academy player. Being registered as an academy player instead of the first team means a few things differently. For example, academy players are not allowed to wear shirt numbers under 25. But for Gavi, there's something far more pressing. The new deal that Barca signed with Gavi includes a release clause of €1 billion. Despite La Liga's refusal to sign that contract, the release clause remains legally binding. However, the new contract also stipulates that if Barca cannot register Gavi as a first-team player by June 30, the 18-year-old midfielder can choose to leave on a free basis. Therefore, when La Liga rejected Barca's attempts to sign Gavi to the first team last week, it was a real blow to the club, forcing them to act urgently. Barca were only able to sign Gavi's new contract during the transfer window as the Spaniard's status changed from an academy player to a member of the first team. Barca had days to act before last Tuesday's midnight deadline. The La Liga reason behind the decision to refuse to sign up for Gavi is simple. Article 101 of their financial rules states that a club cannot apply for a contract extension in the middle of a season if La Liga predicts that the team's salary budget will still exceed the allowable level next season. On Monday evening, January 30, Javier Tebas, president of La Liga, said, Barca has a deficit of more than €200 million in wages for next season. That is why the registration of Gavi does not seem right. Looks like this is not a good time. According to sources at Barca, senior officials of the club have filed a lawsuit against La Liga in the Barcelona local court on the condition of maximum secrecy. Sources say that only Laporta's closest confidants know about this. The documents were filed on Friday, January 27. On January 31, La Liga was clearly taken by surprise with the court's ruling. Barca reacted cautiously in the early hours after the story broke. Partly because not everyone in the club is up to date, but also because they want to make sure everything is done perfectly. At 6:30 p.m. local time, Gavi's name appeared as an official first-team player on La Liga's website. Barcelona celebrated on social media by posting pictures of the midfielder wearing the new number 6 shirt. The number has been kept in special hold since last summer for symbolic reasons, combining hope and nostalgia. Gavi and Pedri are now wearing the same number that Xavi and Andres Iniesta have worn for more than a decade in Barcelona. But this story is not over yet. The Barcelona court's decision, while still forcing La Liga to register Gavi before the Eastern market closes on January 31, technically suspends the competition's initial denial of registration. La Liga has confirmed it will object to the ruling as there are sufficient practical and legal reasons for the court to agree with La Liga's failure to register Gavi. La Liga pointed out that the provisional ruling was made while we were not given the opportunity to defend our argument. All are really pushing the relationship between Barca and La Liga worse than ever. Relations between the two sides have been strained before, Barca felt they were being treated unfairly, while La Liga questioned whether the club understood the financial rules. In the short term, Barca has solved the Gavi case to avoid the risk of losing him on a free form in the summer of 2023.